Tell me if you can see me.
Okay.
Let me go back. Hi guys, we're trying to get live here. It's like my screen's frozen right now. Can you see me? Let me try to preview. You guys bear with me a minute. As always, it takes a minute to get everything synced. So we're gonna try 3, 2, 1. Yay, hopefully you're all here with me and can see me and hear me talking. Welcome today to our live where we are talking about all things to beat the heat, lightweight summer textures and formulas. What are some of the 3 elements that we want to address for summer skin? We want lightweight formulations that are potent in hydration and antioxidant protection, also potentially sebaceous gland regulating properties. We want a nice mattifying effect, particularly if you live in an area where it's really humid. And we all want SPF, SPF, and more SPF. We also want to keep out of the shade as much as possible to ensure that, again, we're not being inundated with constant UVA and UVB radiation. Now, remember, your UVB rays are those rays that are going to be more prevalent during the summer months. They're those shorter length waves that are more intensive and cause burns and really cause skin cancer, essentially long-term in the skin as well. Now, one of the things that I want to emphasize here is that photoaging or UV radiation is responsible for really 90% of aging that we see on the skin. Yeah. So again, SPF is a non-negotiable here. I say not only during the summer months, but 365 days a year. We have an awesome option with our SPF 50. It has green tea polyphenols in it that help to offset, some of that inflammatory response that occurs due to heat and UV radiation in the skin. It provides broad spectrum UVA, UVB protection, but I digress. Let me kind of rewind and come back to these lightweight formulations. So when we talk about summer formulations, what are we looking for again? We want lightweight textures that are super easily absorbable. For some areas, again, particularly in areas that have high humidity, you may want something that's mattifying to absorb excess sebum so you don't look extra shiny. Depending on where you are in the country, and if you're in an area of high humidity, mattifying is perfection. Where I'm located in the country, we have low humidity. So in areas of high desert, low desert, you want lots of hydration. Now, dehydration is one of the precursors to aging. So what we're going to talk about first is our HYDRA N1 fluid. This is our lightweight fluid positioned for a normal to oily skin that's deeply dehydrated. Now, how do we as estheticians and even consumers determine whether or not we're dehydrated? Oftentimes we get dehydration confused with true dry skin, and that's skin that's lacking oil. So a true dehydrated skin is often going to have crepiness. So one of the easiest ways you can test is do what we call the accordion test and push your skin together. And when you see all that little crepiness in through here, which I'm sure you'll see close up on mine, that is all dehydration, and that signals to me that my skin is lacking water. Now, our skin traps water, but water also evaporates off the surface of our skin. And with the HYDRA N1 fluid, this contains 2 different formulations of hyaluronic acid. This is a substance that's naturally occurring in our skin, and as we progress with age, it sadly diminishes. So this allows our cells, by the way, to hold up to 1,000 times their weight in water. So it's going to have an intensive plumping action superficially. So plump those crepey fine lines and wrinkles that are coming up as dehydration. But then also my deep internal water reservoirs are going to be replenished as well. Additionally, this has Imperatus cylindrica, which is a shave grass found in marshy areas, and it time releases water in the skin. This also has a beautiful mattifying action. It smells like jasmine and rose, so it smells absolutely divine. It's one of my favorite products. I'm 44, and again, I get dehydrated really, really easily, but unfortunately, I still break out. You think I'd be past that point? No, Not happening. So you can see the HYDRA N1 fluid hydrates and mattifies and feels silky smooth on the skin. This additionally has rice powder in it to absorb excess sebum. And why is this important? Because due to heat and UV radiation, it actually signals our sebaceous glands to start producing more oil. So this will slow down sebaceous gland regulation and absorb excess sebum. So check. Hydration, regulate sebaceous secretions, check. And again, rich in vitamins A, C, E, and F. And you have this fabulous jasmine and rose scent profile plus this mattifying effect. Absolutely obsessed. So HYDRA N1 fluid is going to be your lightweight day and nighttime fluid positioned for normal to oily skin that's deeply dehydrated or superficially dehydrated. And again, if you live in an area that's on the drier side and more arid, this is going to be your best friend. HYDRA N1 fluid is absolute magic for dehydrated skin during the summer months. Penetrates really easy. Look at my hand. It's smooth, hydrated, but completely matte. Gorgeous. Next, for those of you who are inundated with environmental aggression, those of you who are experiencing the first signs of fine lines, wrinkles, if you're like myself, unfortunately, having large pores, I have your new best friend. Not only is this going to help offset environmental aggression, not only is this going to help smooth and renew lines and wrinkles and help shrink the size of the pore diameters up to 56%, this too is going to protect you from blue light radiation or damage. Now, blue light damage is due to all of our devices. I literally have 2 cell phones right here. I'm in front of a computer. I have an iPad over here as well, our TVs. We're constantly inundated with blue light radiation, and this too can cause long-term damage deep within our dermis. Now, this is the skin that houses our collagen and our elastin network and our fundamental ground substance. So this can compromise really the structural integrity of my skin. So if you're inundated with pollution, you live in a large urban environment, you are constantly in front of your screen on your phone nonstop, you want a multi-perfecting blur effect for your skin, multi-perfecting solution, Nude Perfect, Magnolia, Ylang Ylang, Ashwagandha extract. This is magic in a bottle, you guys. This smells absolutely delicious. And again, this can minimize not only the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, but it also literally helps to minimize the size of pores, and it actually helps to offset the environmental aggression and the absorption of environmental aggression into our skin with amino acids, rice powder, and mineral sheets. So absolutely incredible. Mattifying, blur effect, smoothing. I also like to sometimes just take it and even superimpose this in areas where I need it. So my eyes, unfortunately, always look tired. So this is an area, I'm gonna work it a little bit around my eye area. You can superimpose it that way as well. Other than that, this can be your day and nighttime moisturizer for that beautiful blur effect. I have enlarged pores. We're gonna work this in the enlarged pore area and help smooth those out as well. And again, this scent profile on this, you guys, talk about an incredible aromatherapeutic sensorial experience. Again, Ylang Ylang, Magnolia, plus our YON-KA quintessence, smells incredible, feels incredible, and again, targeted for all skin types for a beautiful multi-solution perfecting blur effect. You want that filtered skin, but don't want to have to use all those filters? Nude Perfect's your best friend. So again, 96% natural origin. And again, we have the mineral sheets and the rice powder and the amino acids in here that are going to absorb excess sebum and give that nice smoothing blur effect. And then you have the ashwagandha extract that's going to help protect you from blue light radiation and damage. And again, this smells and feels absolutely incredible. So we've talked about hydration with HYDRA N1 fluid. Here, my perfecting fluid, antioxidant protection, blue light protection, magic in a bottle. Everyone's going to be obsessed with this. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but it really does smooth out incredibly immediately. Again, obsessed with this product. Another one of my faves, Alpha Fluid. Oh my gosh. If you've never tried Alpha Fluid, you need to get in line and sign up for some Alpha Fluid. If you are looking for smoothing, renewing, anti-wrinkle, and retexturizing, Alpha Fluid is going to be your new BFF. This has a complex of 2% of fruit acids that help to smooth and renew and retexturize, help promote cellular regeneration, help to diminish the signs of fine lines and wrinkles. This is a lightweight fluid, again, can be used as a daytime moisturizer, and it is super fantastic texturally. It smells incredible. This too has our YON-KA quintessence. You have grapefruit and geranium essential oils in here. This also has sweet almond proteins, which work like a Spanx to kind of tighten and kind of lift the skin. And then you have a complex of cereal germ oils in here to nourish, rich in vitamins A, E, F. And then again, you also have some marine collagen and mimosa bark peptides. And your mimosa bark peptides are going to be specifically responsible for increasing collagen production. So yay, super fantastic at combating aging. And then additionally helping to promote cell renewal additionally, in addition to our fruit acid blends that are in here. So we have anti-wrinkle, smoothing, renewing, hydration perfection in our Alpha Fluid. We have our multi-perfecting fluid with the Nude Perfect. This is going to target environmental aggression and pollution, blue light damage. It is going to minimize the appearance of line, wrinkles, pore diameter. Smells absolutely incredible with magnolia, ylang ylang. Then we have our HYDRA N1 fluid. And this too is going to be targeted really specifically for normal to oily skin that is suffering from dehydration. And how do we determine dehydration? Through that accordion test and all that little crepiness that we see. 2 different forms of hyaluronic acid in here, Imparatus cylindrica, jasmine, rose essential oil. These are going to be mattifying, smoothing, renewing. They are going to be these beautiful lightweight textures. They're going to protect you from UV radiation. And then again, what you would do is simply put your SPF on top to protect you additionally from any UV damage. Now, another tip that I love to give is, let's say you're in an area that's super humid and everything feels a little sticky on your skin. What I recommend doing, and I'm just going to pop the HYDRA N1 fluid in my hand right here, go ahead and dispense your HYDRA N1 fluid, and then I'm going to grab my lotion YON-KA, okay? And this is my lotion YON-KA for normal to oily skin, and I'm going, instead of spritzing it directly on my skin, I'm going to mix it with my HYDRA N1 fluid. And what it immediately does is lighten the texture like nobody's business. And then you can just do an application effleurage, face, neck, and décolleté, sunscreen, and voila, you're set. So again, anytime you feel like you need to lighten it up, even if you're already using one of our fluids, again, either the HYDRA N1, the Alpha, or the Nude Perfect, you can lighten it up by adding a little bit of your lotion YON-KA, and this goes for any of your moisturizers, by the way. So anytime you want to lighten texture, spritz your lotion YON-KA in and do 2 to 3 pumps and lighten it up, application effleurage, voila. Super nice, lightweight texture. You'll have hydration, antioxidant protection. You'll have a mattifying effect. These are easily absorbable textures. And again, what are the key elements that we want to address as it pertains to summer skincare? Lightweight textures, hydration, antioxidant protection. Super duper duper important. And we have all 3 with our 3 formulations, and then SPF, SPF, more SPF, shade. I wear a big old sun hat if I'm going to be around the water or going to the beach, or if I'm outside walking, hiking, biking, all that good stuff to really help protect my skin. I grew up on the beach, so all the sun damage I have, I really sustained probably by the age of 14, 15, 16, and there's quite significant sun damage here, unfortunately. So again, I have 3 different formulations. And for those of you that paid attention, you have the option now to win a product. So I want you guys to type in the chat box which one of my 3 fluids protects from blue light. And when you go ahead and add your answer to the chat box, we will definitely get back to you and reach out to you, whoever answers first. My next question is going to be, which one of my fluids that we discussed is going to have an anti-wrinkle smoothing and renewing action? And go ahead, whoever's first, pop that in the chat box and you'll win a product. And then my last question is going to be for my last fluid, and which of my fluids is going to hydrate and plump and replace internal water reservoirs, okay? So again, which one is going to protect from blue light radiation and damage, which one is going to have an anti-wrinkle smoothing renewing action, and which one is going to replenish water reservoirs deep into my dermis, okay, and superficially. Again, I have the 3 options. I have the ability to lighten my textures, any YON-KA formulations with my lotion YON-KAs. I do always highly recommend switching up your skincare seasonally. I can't tell you how many clients I talk to and they're still using their winter creme and they're like, oh, I'm breaking out, it's getting heavy. If you live in an area that has a high level of humidity and you're using something rich and dense, it is going to not penetrate, it's going to melt off your face. So you really want to use lightweight textures, just like we wear less clothing in the winter, in the summer, we wear less clothing in the summer. You're going to go ahead and apply lighter weight formulations that are going to protect you from more of the environmental assault and aggression and UV radiation that we're subjected to during these months. I also think it's hugely important to always incorporate exfoliation into your program. We have 2 beautiful options at YON-KA. We have Guarana Scrub and we have our Gommage YON-KA. They're both going to be great exfoliation options 2 to 3 times a week, incorporated into your summer program to help remove any dead surface cells. And then again, we have our 3 perfecting options here. We have our Nude Perfect, which is going to be my perfection fluid, protecting from blue light, environmental assault and radiation, going to help minimize the appearance of lines, wrinkles, pore diameter. With its blur effect, mineral sheets, rice powder, ashwagandha extract is going to offset that blue light radiation. Then I have my alpha fluid, anti-wrinkle, smoothing, renewing, 2% blend of fruit acids, sweet almond protein, mimosa bark peptides, marine collagen, deliciousness, smoothing, renewing for light to moderate lines and wrinkles, perfection. Again, super lightweight, penetrates really easily, absolutely gorgeous. And then one of my all-time faves, HYDRA N1 fluid. For those of you that are deeply dehydrated and superficially dehydrated but have a normal to oily skin, this is your jam. I also want to emphasize, a lot of people tend to think that if they use moisturizer, they'll be oily. That's not the case. If you don't use moisturizer, it actually signals to your sebaceous glands to speed up oil production. This is why restoring proper balance to the skin with hydration is essential for all skin types and all skin conditions. So HYDRA N1 fluid will do that in particular for normal to oily skin that's deeply dehydrated, beautiful mattifying effect, 2 different forms of hyaluronic acid to replenish deep water reservoirs and external water reservoirs and prevent the evaporation of water off the surface of the skin, plus my complex of jasmine and rose, smells incredible, mattifying effect, and voila. So guys, there are your 3 YON-KA fluids. Again, your beautiful lightweight fluids and formulations for the summer months. And these are really, again, positioned for all skin types and all skin conditions, with the exception of the HYDRA N1 fluid. That one's positioned for a normal to oily skin. Other than that, really anyone can jump on board with Alpha Fluid and Nude Perfect, and you will love either formulation. And for those of you who are normal to oily and dehydrated, HYDRA N1 fluid is your pal. So again, I want to thank you guys for being here today. I can't wait to see who answered correctly. We'll be back, I believe, in 3 weeks. Lots of upcoming travel here, guys. So again, we'll be back in 3 weeks for our next live. Please feel free to pop any questions in the chat box that you may have. And again, remember, when talking to your clients, for those of you who are professionals out there, 3 key elements. Again, lightweight textures, hydration, antioxidant protection, UVA, UVB protection, absolutely vital. offset that, lots of shade, and voila, you're set for the summer. Beat the heat with YON-KA's lightweight formulations of, again, Nude Perfect, Alpha Fluid, Hydra N1 Fluid. We'll catch you next time, lot. Oh my gosh, I can't talk anymore. This is what happens when you talk nonstop, by the way. Eventually, my tongue trips over itself again and again and again. So I'll see you guys next time. Can't wait. Again, any questions you have, please feel free to reach out, pop it in the chat box, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.